We ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Hi, I'm Katie from the Cattery. Oh, wait, that's not what I say. What do I say?
I'm
Hi.
Katie. I'm the social media
Thank
manager.
you. Hi, I'm Katie. I'm the social media manager.
I'm Samantha. I'm the director.
And we work at the Cattery.
Yep.
Yeah. Um, so we had a great idea for a podcast, didn't we?
Well, you did.
Well, no, it's a combined
I
effort.
added to it.
It's a combined effort. It always is. But this was something, I don't know. I, we haven't really done anything like this yet. So let's talk about it. Common new cat owner mistakes. How many do we have? Six.
6.
Six common new cat owner mistakes. And which one do you want to start with?
We'll start at the top.
Understanding the commitment.
Yeah. Some people, they just don't know or understand that cats can live more than 15 years.
Yeah, they can live a long time.
Yeah.
It's not as long as committing to a parrot because apparently they live to be like 40 something.
Or more.
That's
Or
horrible.
a tortoise.
That's so long.
150 years.
What the heck? You have to write them into your will. I mean, you should write your cats into your will too, honestly. We talked about that before.
We did.
But yeah, cats can live a really long time.
And obviously, you shouldn't sit there and think, well, I don't know what I'm going to be doing in 10 years, so I shouldn't get a cat.
Right. You will
None of
adapt.
us know.
You will adapt.
Yeah. But you should just have in mind that, like, if you're 20 and you're like, I really want to travel in Europe for a year, maybe
Mm-hmm.
not get a cat right now.
Exactly.
Or, something similar to that.
Exactly.
But obviously, no one knows what the future holds, so don't like think about it in minute detail,
Yeah, don't
or
overthink it.
no one will ever get a cat. But if you have big life
Goals.
goals set up that would make having a cat difficult,
Yeah.
maybe wait until you're done with those goals.
Yeah, get your goals. Make getting a cat your goal after you come back from Europe.
Yeah.
But yeah, they can live a very long time.
And so this does not happen often, and I don't like it when people use examples like this because it's not the norm, and it's just another thing that people will repeat
Mm-hmm.
to make other people look bad and to be able to say, oh, I hate people, people are terrible.
Yeah.
But during the pandemic, we had a huge influx of adoptions, and all of those adoptions stuck except one who knew they were going on a mission
Oh yeah.
to like Colombia or
Mm-hmm.
something, some other country. So they literally just got a cat to keep them company while they were bored and couldn't go on their trip.
Oh.
So please don't do that. Like
No.
that's not cool.
Messed up.
That's not helping any cat.
Mm-mm.
But also don't use the one example out of 1,000 to
Exactly.
hate on people, because that's not my point. My point is to just think about your life situation and what you want to do in your life before you make a 15 to 20-year commitment.
Exactly. Because, cats, they're very sensitive. You don't want them to go in and out of a shelter and in and out of different homes. Like, obviously, it happens all the time, but we're trying to avoid that. That's
Yeah.
we don't want it to happen. We can avoid it if possible. You should be ready to commit if you're going to adopt a cat. Um, Commit for the long term because cats are family members. They're not objects to have and then get rid of when you're done.
Yeah.
All right. Love that. Did you want to do not giving them enough time to acclimate when you adopt one?
Sure.
I feel like that's a good tie-in.
Yeah, we've had people that don't understand that it's not a stuffed animal when you
Exactly.
adopt a
Perfect
cat.
tie-in.
Yeah,
They're sensitive. They're not
they're
just
sensitive.
objects.
And just let's say you're a 3-year-old and you've been at a place, the orphanage, I guess, for 3 years. You shouldn't expect to take that child home and right away they're comfortable with you and they're comfortable in their environment. And
Right.
it's not instant gratification, just like it wouldn't be with a child.
Exactly. And there is a study, neat cat fact, that cats' brains are about the same as a 3-year-old. So that's interesting you chose that. I thought that was intentional.
It was not.
They're like a
not
3-year-old
remember
toddlers. Yeah. So yeah, same kind of thing. Because you can't actually explain to a cat, you live here now. You have to give them time.
Yeah, they don't know the difference between your house and the vet.
Yeah.
Honestly, they could think that you're about to do like give them shots or something.
Right. Why am I here? Where am I? It smells
Yeah.
different. It looks different.
So to all of our adopters, we send out a little graphic that says 3 days, 3 weeks, 3 months.
Yes.
So it could take 3 days, it could take 3 months for them to like fully understand this is where they live and you're their human and you're their family.
Yep.
And of course, complicating factors are other pets and children and things that they're not used to.
Exactly.
Like, I can't tell you the amount of times I've taken home kittens to foster and they freak out over the ceiling fan. Or
right.
they freak out over the TV because we don't have TV blarings here.
Yeah.
TV's blaring here.
Uh-huh.
Or like a dishwasher. They might be able to hear our dishwasher. I don't know.
Vacuum cleaners.
Yeah, they don't. It takes them a while to get used to everything in their environment. And we've had people that they just honestly think it's going to be instant gratification and they're going to be all cuddly and nice and friendly. And they're calling us the next day saying they're hiding under the bed. I don't think this is a good fit.
Give them time.
Yeah, give them time.
Give them time. Imagine if somebody, we're going to use a foreigner as an example, somebody who does not speak your language took you home, threw you in a room with some food, and like, where am I? What am I doing here? Who is this person? Are they being nice to me? You just got to give them time.
Yeah,
especially some will adjust right away.
Some do.
It's kind of a gamble, I guess, with some cats. Some cats, we can tell you as much as we want how much we know the cats, and this is what we think will happen, but at the end of the day, it's still, there's so many other factors that are going to change that.
Especially an adult cat.
Exactly. Especially an adult cat.
Okay, next.
Let me get comfy. Gotta readjust my pillows. Let's talk about declawing next.
Okay. Still, in this day and age, some people think that that's just a thing you do. No.
Please don't.
So if you're one of those people that don't understand what decline is, Katie's going to tell you.
It's horrible. You can quote me on that. So declawing is a removal of the cat's claws, but it's actually, a lot of people think it's just the claw part, but they don't understand the claw is literally part of the foot. It's
their toes.
Exactly. It's a toe. Like you're removing their toes if you're declawing them.
Yeah, so you pretend you don't have toes and try to walk around.
Honestly, they usually end up getting arthritis, lots of pain in the feet, and which causes litter box problems later. By the way, last night on the live when you were like, is the cat declawed? I was like, that should have been my first question. But anyways, yeah, so cats will have, most cats, what do I want to say? A large majority of declawed cats will end up with a lot of problems later on that it's not worth it. There's so many alternatives, but declawing is barbaric and don't do it. I'm actually going to link, we talked about this in a podcast. I'm going to link a podcast down below if you want to hear more about it. Because we do not recommend it. Do not do it. It's horrible.
And it's illegal in some states, and lots of vets just won't do it anymore.
I love that. I wish it was illegal everywhere. All right.
Litter box maintenance.
Litter box. Ooh.
Some people think that that's like a weekly chore.
No.
To keep your cat happy, you really should do it twice. You should scoop twice a day if you don't have an automatic litter box. And that will you don't want litter box problems to start.
No.
Because they are not always easy to solve.
Exactly.
And a lot of the emails that we get of people wanting to surrender adult cats are because they're having litter box problems. And it's usually something that's solvable, but you don't want it to get to the point where you have to retrain them, and it's a mess if it starts to happen. Yeah.
Prevention is the best medicine.
Yeah.
What is that from? Anyways,
be proactive, not reactive.
Exactly.
That's what I say all the time.
That's what I was looking for, and I was like, what is it? But Sam has a saying.
It's way less stressful to be proactive. So scoop twice a day. Yep. Don't get covered litter boxes because that really is only for you. Yeah. Unless you are going to commit to scooping twice a day.
Exactly.
And if you have multiple cats, there are other issues with that. Like
ambush.
Ambush.
That happened to my cat. Oh. Yeah. I used to have a covered. We actually used one of the storage totes, but we kept the lid on it, thinking, "Oh, this is such a brilliant idea." Well, it wasn't. Oh, because I had cut a hole in the top of it. It was like a top entry box, which they work for some cats, but honestly, if, like Sam said, if you have multiple cats, it does create a potential problem, especially if you have kitties that like to ambush your cat when they're going poop.
Yeah, even if they're just playing.
Yeah.
It might cause that cat not to use the litter box anymore.
That's what happened.
Because if you think in the wild, when are they most vulnerable?
When they're pooping.
When they are pooping. So if someone attacks, like they go through great lengths to be able to see their surroundings, so they don't get killed while they're pooping.
Literally, exactly.
So if another one of your cats ambushes them,
fear.
Yeah.
Yep, Mochi will never use a covered box again. So we don't have any. Well, we do have one, but he won't go in it. We have a couple boxes because I have several cats. That's another tip. Cats per boxes per cat ratio should be
1 per cat plus 1.
One extra.
Unless obviously you have the
automatic boxes.
Yeah, an automatic box.
What do you count those as? 2? Is that 2 boxes? Maybe 3?
Well, the company says 2 to 3 cats per box.
Okay, so it's like basically 3-ish boxes.
Yeah. I would say you could have 1 per cat if you are diligent about scooping twice a day.
Yeah. But we need lots of potty places. Now if you're a new cat owner, which is what we're targeting right now, you probably got 1 cat as a new cat owner. But if you got 2 cats, you should probably have 3 boxes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In different places of the house.
Different places.
And don't put them anyplace scary.
No.
Like the laundry room. A lot of people think that's the perfect place because it's out of sight, but it's very noisy and scary in there. Like I said, if you adopt from a shelter, they probably don't have a washer and dryer.
No.
Where they're at, like in the room with them.
Nope. And their hearing is so sensitive. They hear a lot better than we do. So if you think the dryer's loud, especially if you have a buzzer on it.
Oh, yeah.
My cat, I cannot have a buzzer on my washer and dryer because anywhere in the house that my cats hear it, they get scared. It must be really loud to them. I'm like, I'm sorry. I'll turn it off.
Or the garage. I cringe every time I hear people tell me their litter boxes are in the garage. Mm-mm. Do you want to go poop in your garage?
No, it's like an outhouse.
It's hot and humid.
Like an outhouse.
And gross and dark and scary and smelly.
Yep. And why is your cat in your garage? How?
They put doggy doors.
That's a fire hazard. There you go. You shouldn't do that. A doggy door into your garage is not up to code. Don't do that. You'll get flagged.
Something I want to add, just if you're a new cat owner and you have a kitten, especially if you adopt like a 8-week-old kitten.
Baby.
Yeah. We get a lot of emails the next day. You said these cats were litter trained and they peed on the bed. They're babies. So
they're freaking babies.
If you put them in your bed and they're in a new place, they don't really know they're babies. So what
8 weeks old.
Yeah.
8 weeks on this earth.
When I'm fostering and I don't foster anymore because I have too many cats, but when I would foster and they were like after quarantine period and whatever, they would sleep in bed with me. I would have a litter box right by the bed. And every time I woke up at night, I would grab the kitten and put it in the box.
Yep.
And I would gradually move that box like 2 or 3 feet every night until they knew where it was. Like if your kitten is scared to jump off the bed, they're not going to go to the litter box.
No, they're just going to pee where they're at.
They're babies.
Yep.
Like we tell people, adopters all the time, kittens have a very short attention span, and if they're playing, if they're into something, they're gonna they're gonna play, and then be like, oh, I have to
pee right
yeah,
now.
I have
Just
to
like
pee.
kids.
Yeah.
The kids do that. He's 5 or 6, 7.
Oh my God.
I don't know how old
He's in the 1st grade.
He shouldn't be doing that. But he's a child.
He's in the 2nd grade.
He runs to the bathroom sometimes. Like, runs. Full speed. I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, I have to pee. I'm like, oh my God. He was really into that game.
So again, you don't want to cause problems. You don't want that kitten to get used to peeing on the bed.
Don't set them up for failure. That's sad.
Yeah, so keep the litter boxes close at night and gradually move them to where you want them.
And make sure it's not too tall.
Yeah.
Tall litter box. Hard for them to get into, especially as babies. They will grow into it really quickly. Like, you'll be surprised how fast your kitten grows. But
yeah, like if what I said just sounds like a pain in the butt and you don't want to do it, it's not going to last long. They grow so fast.
They grow so fast. They really will. You're going to be so shocked. I don't know how it happens, but so yeah, good tips. That was a good one.
Yeah. Okay, what's next?
Keeping your cat indoors versus allowing them to go outside.
So many shelters don't have this rule, but we still have the rule that our adopted cat should be indoors.
Yeah.
And we just don't live, I would say, in a very outdoor cat friendly city.
No, we don't.
I don't know. People tell me such a thing exists. I don't know, because I feel like
hard to imagine.
Yeah, it's hard to imagine. Because there's just so many, there's stray dogs, there's coyotes here.
Yeah.
There's
big birds.
So many people, big birds. We've had
giant freaking birds.
Owls out back looking at our feral cats.
Terrifying.
We've had, and vultures even, because what we learned was there is a vulture that eats live animals.
Oh my God.
We learned that.
God.
Because we're like, oh, those birds won't go after the cats because they eat dead things.
Nope.
No.
They'll eat whatever they can find. They're hungry.
So stray dogs, coyotes, other animals. There's poisonous things outside. We've had tons of people come in to adopt that say, my cat just got hit by a car.
Yeah.
And I just, again, prevention.
Yep.
Like, why would you put yourself through that when you don't have to? There's lots of, as long as you're interacting with your cat and you give them lots of puzzles to do and playtime, and it doesn't have to be expensive. You don't have to buy a different puzzle every month. You make them up yourself.
Exactly.
And as long as they're getting lots of mental stimulation and exercise, they don't have to go outside, but you can also maybe build a catio or something. They even have like little window units that just fit in a regular window.
Yep.
To give them fresh air or whatever. So
there's lots of alternatives to letting your cat outside where it's just not safe, and you can't monitor them when they're outside. Like, they're cats. They're going to go over the fence. Even if you think, oh, I just let my cat in the backyard, they're probably going to go over the fence at some point. Maybe not right away. And then what? You can't see them anymore.
Yeah.
What's going to happen? It's just not safe.
And, there's just some people don't want cats in their yard.
Yes, that's true.
Some people aren't that nice about cats in their yard, and people have dogs in their yard. And like, I had dogs that there was this one cat that would walk on the fence line, and when my dogs would be outside, they would go crazy. And luckily that cat never fell in.
Can you imagine? Oh my God.
And obviously I have cats or had dogs, but had cats and dogs at the same time, but that wasn't their cat.
Yeah.
So
exactly.
Who knows what would have happened.
Exactly. It's just better not to let your cat outside and take that risk. It's just not good. So yeah, definitely, like Sam said, keep your cat happy indoors and safe. There's lots of different things you can do. Cat trees, cat toys, giving them that attention every single day. Again, they're not objects. They're living creatures. And
yeah, they're not something pretty to sit on a shelf.
Some of them are beautiful, though, and they do sit on shelves.
That is true.
Farrah is beautiful. Beautiful little ornament. But she loves to play. Okay, and the last one we had was understanding basic cat behavior, which kind of ties in. They need playtime. It's
Yeah.
basic cat behavior. They need that engagement. They need their mental stimulation every day to be happy and feel fulfilled. But there's also being able to read cats' body language. I feel like it's a big one that a lot of people mess up on. Even me.
Yeah.
There.
She's showing me all the scratches
I
on the
have a
arms.
scratch from Monday. I wasn't reading Delta correctly, apparently. She kind of surprised me, I'm not going to lie. She was on my lap, I was petting her, but I know she doesn't like her butt pet. And for some reason, I was distracted. I pet her butt, and she turned around and got me really fast. And then I feel like she felt sorry, because then she snuggled up in my lap again. And I was like, oh, that was my bad.
And sometimes, like, we get to know the cats here and what they like and what they don't like. And
Yeah.
You just have to pay attention to that, especially because sometimes it's a medical issue.
Yes.
So if you know your cat doesn't like its butt touched and you've already taken it to the vet and nothing's wrong, but then all of a sudden you're petting their, like, around their ear and they freak out,
Mm-hmm.
that's, you know that that's not something they usually dislike.
Yep.
So that means maybe they have an
Something wrong with her
infection
ear.
or anything. So it's good to know your cat's body language specifically.
Exactly.
To
Paying
know if
attention to
there's
that.
Yeah.
And they will give you signs of distress. If you're a brand new cat person, a cat's tail wagging is not normally a good sign.
Like, moving a little bit is fine.
Yeah.
But when it's flopping, like, aggressively.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, they're not wagging their tail like a dog. They're probably upset or overstimulated. When my cat is, I can tell when Scout is annoyed, because she will increase the level of her tail, like the noise it makes when it hits the counter. And she does that normally when my toddler is in the room. And she'll be like, oh God. And then her tail will start. And you just hear, like, I don't know if you can hear that on my mic. Let's see. It'll be like loud. And I can hear it from the other room, like, oh God, Scout's mad. She'll just be like tapping her tail as loud as she can. And that's usually when she's mad, not when she's happy. So yeah, knowing your cat, knowing how they react to things and that sort of thing is really important.
Yeah. For example, my 15-year-old cat, one day she just wasn't, like, we have our little morning routine and she didn't participate. And I'm like, oh, great.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, she had an infection in her mouth and needed a tooth removed.
Oh.
But if I didn't, if I didn't know, like, her normal behavior every morning,
Mm-hmm.
I might not have noticed that until it was too late.
Exactly. They are little individuals. They do have their own personalities, their own little ticks, their own little quirks. And that's something that I love about cats, is they're all so unique. And you will get to know your cat's little uniqueness the longer you have them.
And it's not, like, if it's not funny to do something that irritates them on purpose.
No, that is not funny.
No. So
don't do that.
Please don't do that. Lots of people, I see videos all the time.
I always just scroll past those. I'm like, I hate this. Like I said, they're living creatures. Yeah. They have emotions. They have feelings. I'm sure they have thoughts. I don't know what language it's in, but they have thoughts. I always wonder, do they think meow meow meow? No, they're thinking English. Does, like, a cat raised in Mexico think in Spanish? Like, I don't know.
I think so.
Hola. Me llamo gato. Amazing. But cats definitely know language.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. Okay. Good. I'm having a deep thought with Crystal right now.
I forgot about those. We got to do more.
There you go. There's one. What language do cats think in? Meow meow meow. I think we did that one.
We might have done that.
I feel like I remember her saying that. Meow meow meow. We'll have to look for it. Anywho, yeah. So those are our 6 tips.
Yep. The end.
Wait, no, not the end.
Okay.
No, I'm gonna go over them real quick. 1, understand the commitment. 2, give them enough time to acclimate. 3, do not declaw your cat. 4, keep up with the litter box. 5, keep your cat inside. And 6, understand their basic behavior. Those are the 6 common new cat owner mistakes. Good?
Yeah.
Okay.
Follow us all the places.
Yeah, do all the things. Click the buttons.
Patreon, since Katie always forgets to say that.
Yeah, join Patreon, please. It's fun. I feel like the community's growing on there. More people are commenting and getting involved, which is fun. We're also on TikTok. We're on Facebook. We're on Instagram. We're on YouTube.
Yep.
Obviously. Where else? That's it. That's it. That's all we're doing.
We're sort of on Threads.
Oh, yeah. I got to post over there.
Sort of.
Sometimes we're on Threads. You should, when we do, it's usually something kind of weird and unhinged. So you could check that out too if you like more unhinged content.
Like, imagine that you're in a place where like nobody pays attention to what you're doing.
You just do whatever you want.
Yeah, whatever you want.
I can say whatever I want over here. Hopefully it doesn't come up and bite me later. Oh, goodness. We're not on X.
No.
AKA Twitter.
We will never be on that.
No. Okay, we're talking about that after.
Well, I mean, before it was X, we're kind of like it. I think it still posts whatever we post on.
I think it does. Just auto.
Yeah, it might auto
not actually on there.
Because we just don't get it.
No, I don't get it. And it's just getting weirder. All the news coming out about it, it's just getting weirder and weirder. Yeah. So, meh.
Whatever. We're enough places.
Yeah, we got enough stuff going on. All right, guys. Shop on TikTok. And, yeah. Thanks for listening.
See you next week. Bye.
Bye.